The coast was for chasing the sun, but the mountains were for hiding from the world. A cool, misty climb away from the noise, until all that was left was the breath of the earth.
Why, if the soul can fling the dust aside, were it not a shame for him to crippled here abide? If spirit, freed from mortal coil, could soar back through cold, empty space to heaven's door,
its native home lies far beyond the sky, and shame it was to bear this foreign shore.
the shame is done. One day's rest, one guest portion, nothing more. Two forms, one creature, and still it cannot fly both ways through time. The dark Ferash strikes and prepares it for another guest. Yon heaven's wheel flings its comet portent, the plot to end our lives unimportant. To the lawn, love, for one day we shall be as the grass.
Hopes flutter like butterflies, but now is also real.
We cannot fly through time's skies two-way wise. So let the one way carry us, here, now, as the grass grows about the tent.
The cup once tipped, no hand can stay its flow. New forms arise where ancient currents go. Not that the same returns in endless round, but law still sings and makes the many. If he the play contrived and set the seed. Why start at turns his own design has been? No ghostly double keeps the shape we wore. No hidden breath repeats us evermore. We traced the stars, yet lost the hidden thread. We named the paths, yet knew not where they led. Then turning from the whale that would not speak, we found the living moment in its stead. The Figan writes, no hand may call it back. No tear erase the once imprinted track. Each moment dies the instant it is born, and leaves the world no path to run it back. Whether the world be fixed, or still in birth, a woven whole, or rising from the earth, the now alone is ever in our grasp. The rest but shadows, none may prove their worth. Yet still we answer for the paths we set, not to undo, but guide the forward track. The verses beat the same, in measured chime. Lines 1 and 2 set forth the theme in time. The third line turns the pivot of the thought. The fourth strikes home and seals the sense in rhyme. The third line turns the key upon the lock. The fourth lets fall the truth in final chime. 4 lines suffice to compass thought's design. 2 lay the ground, and 2 the end define. The third must turn the mind upon itself. The fourth makes clear what flickered, half divine. The door-faced scholar, fearing joy's excess beneath grave thoughtfulness. Yet once the cup goes warmly round the room, his laughter joins the rest in tenderness. Yes, display English subtitle. What creed survives untouched by mortal breath? What doctrine never trembled under death? The soul and all seek comfort from the dark beneath. Then let us sit beneath the lantern's glow, not claiming more than wandering minds can know. The stars themselves debate in silent fire, and through uncertainty their splendor flow. Some heal through prayer, some poetry, some wine, some through the touch of one beloved hand divine.
Ele is een nieuwe korzicht. Bikuyomba.
And if omniscience filled my boundless sight, I'd heal the darkened soul before the blight, not cast frail creatures into endless flame for errors born ignorance and what worthy father fashions minds so weak? Then dumbs and wenties they seek collide with all the contradictions strewn through every sacred page and prophet speak. No, I'd prize compassion over eternity, for suffering things already bear enough beneath the stars of blind necessity. The tiger rends the lamb without remorse. The earthquake does not pause to spare the child. Existence rolls along its ancient form. Why add a hell to nature's harsh design? Why make despair immortal and divine? The universe already tests us hard with fleeting years and death's approaching line. So let us build what heaven never gave, a gentler world for every frightened brave. A little kindness in the cosmic storm outshines the threats of every priestly cave. For though no throne may wait beyond the veil, nor golden streets beyond life's final pale, love shared among the temporary forms may be the nearest thing. The prophets climbed the lonely mountain height, or wandered deserts fasting day and night. Their burning visions born of fevered minds were taken for the universe's light. Some hear a voice within the thunder's roar, some saw bright angels pass the hidden door. Yet others, just as certain, saw instead different heavens than the ones before. The dreaming brain can paint reality with gods and demons, dread or ecstasy. A mind beneath unusual distress may turn its inward storms to prophecy. Yes, display English subtitle. Yet still those ancient dreamers play a part, though now that of slower, sterner thought has shown how visions rise from flesh and art. And while we wait for some tomorrow grand, the present slips like water through the hand. We squander afternoons in idle fog, as though eternity were close at hand. So prune the thorn before it chokes the rose. Turn back the stream more, it becomes a chain that round the weary soul entwines and closes. The wise attend the small disorder first, the crack within the dam before the burst. For tragedies begin as tiny seeds neglected in the garden's quiet earth. The sages gathered routes, one turned toward Mecca's dawn. Yet all beneath the self-same stars did gaze. The Brahmin watched the sacred river glide. The skeptic traced the galaxies with awe. And still the ancient mystery survived. For symbols differ as the tongues of men, yet each would name the nameless now and then. The wine cup, prayer, Vetrabel, all gestures cast toward the unknown's death. Why quarrel over signs? The moon shines equally on creeds and wine. Then music rose beneath the cypress trees. Saw minstrel touch the strings with wistful hand, and sorrow itself seemed briefly at ease. For beauty is a sacrament enough within this world of impermanence and bluff. A song, these make the weary road less hard. And if beyond the veil no answers wait, still wonder sits beside us at the gate. The cosmos blooms with splendor without end, though none may fully read its script of fate. Though buried kings beneath the desert sleep, the laughter shared beside a tavern lamp outlives the solemn vows the ages keep. The rose blooms briefly by the garden wall, yet while it lives it gives its fragrance all. And better some cold deathless stone that neither knows delight nor grief at. The stars themselves are ashes on wing long, but turns decay to fuel for blossoming. Then let us live as children of the light, though born between the darkness and the night. For consciousness itself is miracle enough to crown the temporary No throne eternal waits our trembling dust, no cosmic judge to damn desire or lust. Yet kindness leaves a warmth upon the world more lasting far than monuments of rust. And if no second spring should greet the dead, nor vineyards bloom beyond the earth we tread, still was it wondrous once to see the dawn break gold upon the mountains overhead. So raise the cup before the silent sneers. Let friendship triumph briefly over fear. And now I wake at last from borrowed dream. Too long the brush march shackled after verse, a servant trailing poetry's bright Now let the image speak before the tongue. Let color sing where once the poet sung. For one swift glance may hold what weary books have sought in vain since first the stars were young. Then art and word at last have both grown up. No tyrant need command the other now. Together they may lift the spirit up. Without the perceiver, art vanishes. So there they sat while twilight deepened blue, and a few who sought not certainty beyond the stars, but beauty shining briefly through the view. Enough. The night itself has won. Profound silence, the kind where hidden truths are found. If every wandering thought were counted sin, then none alive could hope pure grace to win. And dreams, strange guests arrive unbidden from within. Desire itself's no monstrous thing to fear. It helped bring every laughing mortal here. And if some god made flesh with all its heat, why curse the pulse that drums in every beat? Why fashion longing into whom a lover's meet? No, better far compassion's gentler art, to judge by deed, not each untamed thought stuff. For kindness weighs much more than hidden whims that briefly pass the chambers of the heart. So let no zealot bind the living brain with chains of guilt for instincts old and plain, bright animals beneath the stars and